listeners, Harika here, and I'm super excited to welcome you to UppTalk. If you're ready to learn and get your hands work wonders in the world of information technology, then you're in the right place. When I say UppTalk, we are not just another edtech company. Consider we are your learning partner committed to unlocking your full potential. Whether you're stepping into the world of technology for the first time or looking to advance your career, we provide top-tier, hands-on courses to build up your career. Let's take our first step towards learning here and explore it.
You are getting your changing legal name right. In legal name, I think attachment would be required as well. What kind of attachment? See, basically in legal name, there is some proof you need to update. Let's say, this is legal name is something like the name which is there in your bank and properties and all right. Basically, you try to change legal name from UI first. See what are all the details it is asking for you. But in legal, it's not asking about any legal details. Like there are two fields, only mandatory rest. All are like there are only two fields mandatory. It's asking about universal ID. For like I'll show you that file. Here is like this is the optional field. Go to drop down, go to drop down. It's a with ID or universal identifier ID. When I like, I'm putting with ID, but still it's asking about the universal identification ID, but that one somewhere it should be in the file, right? Somewhere it should be in the Workday, right? Change legal template. Let me go there again. I'm here, right? If I go here and let me go again. When I go for a view, that is, I'm not able to see that universal ID. I understand that universal ID is not there. Even see, when we check for employee ID, there was no university. Let's see. Where is the ID? It's only process. I'm trying to change one of the employee from a workday. Let me see what I can do. Do you want me to stop my screen? Maybe you can stop. Or save my screen. The names. This is a legal name. Now I'm trying to edit. When I'm trying to edit, attachment is not mandatory. That's cool. Let me just mention John Abraham. I'm going to check. I'm going to check. See it up. Let's see. What happens when I submit? Proof of change. I'll check. This is to do for him, and here in progress. This is to do now. I don't want to submit anything marked as complete now. It's still going on. See, there are multiple approvals. Right for this one. Now, if you see the universal ID, which one use, change legal name, write web service, then integration IDs, universal identifier, they should on. There should not be any. This is about the ID and there is no other ID. Even there is no employee ID for this one. I use the temp username like temp123. There are many, right? I selected one of them and unchecked, but the only with ID is there, im. You. Universal ID reference for that person. You can click then wait ID is there. That's fine. But it's the alright for that person. And oh, this is optional. Why are you doing this one? Because if I'm not using that, then it's giving me error for that. Like you need to select that the I was just leaving like that. Like I just put that two options there are one is the country and one is the spreadsheet number and then I got an error for universal ID. I checked there and then I put with ID and then again I'm getting that error. Let me see if there is. Oh, there is not much. Everything is, nothing is required. Only country and then spreadsheet number. Might be this sheet is not correct. Let me check here. Go to staffing. A staffing or human resource here. Change legal name. Change legal name. What is that? Human resource. Change legal name. We did the I. Oh, it's a universal ID reference. Person reference. That is contingent. We have one person reference right there in the sheet. What I'll do is, this is the person reference. Here is giving academic affiliate ID. What I'll do is I'll change the same code. I was trying to do that, but did not work. I was not able to do. I went to the workday and tried to do that one. Not. But somehow I was not able to. Because it's not showing me that option to change that. Let's try to do this one for John. I'm using can. I was trying to do from there, but it's not showing. With that imply ID option, we can do through Excel file also, right? Sometimes we would need to tweak a bit. Workday. Sometimes Workday is actually a lot of surprises. I mean, it's like the functional functionality is fine. I mean, that is working, but sometimes the data, sometimes you need to. That's why Workday generally update every 6 months. What happens like I am facing one issue. I raised in Workday community like this is the issue I'm facing. I'm not able to understand. Then Workday will investigate. And then Workday will analyze whether that is an issue with everyone or only I am getting that issue. That's how. If that issue is for everyone, then Workday used to fix that. Now let me see, where is the legal first name? Country. Ash. Alpha, which one you use? Alpha 2, let's say. Oh no. Which country is this guy? Its working address is its London location. It's in London, UK. Now legal name. First name. First name, let's say John. Why they put them optional? We are updating legally. It should be like mandatory, right? I mean, sometimes you just have to understand. So then it's month 15. Title, let it be. There is no any specific. Month and date you gave in another way, other way, Ganesh. Well, now let me save this. Now let's try to run this EIP. Law. Thank you. Problem in universal validation. Oh, it's alpha 2. It's not taking the care. That's fine. Alpha 2, we can check that. Basically, you can go to this address. Sometimes you need to create report. You can simply create a report in that period in report. Basically, you will be able to get the alpha codes. I see alpha codes. Basically, maybe give me your ID first, which you are trying employee ID. And let me just try to update for that one for us. One sec. Ideally, it should be UK only for this one also. But let me use your ID. I just selected that temp employee ID. There are many test employees right there, right? What is the employee ID? I'm just going over there. Let me, let, let me, let me, let, let me, let, oh, it's very slow. Can you check employee 3? Because I'm here. It's very slow. In, they generally don't allow us to see this contact information. There's many test employees, are there, right? Let me, alright? Bangalore. Work address is US location is Bangalore. Let What is that alpha code for UK? Night at Kingdom. Location. It's telling which come on. You this and take the almost one session to debug one either. Hope this works. Let's see. Basically, you are getting an issue in Universal ID now. But why they are due? Because the option is there right with ID also. It should take that we died. That is what different field. That is not a person reference. Hey, I see you can get more details here in the web services. See here, universal ID reference for the person that the legal name will be applied to. This is also person reference only, but you don't have any universal ID configured, right? Basically, you will not be able to use in that. Maybe it will give it again. See, I can give it for universal ID. I now like I was seeing one video, they're getting error for something else. Like I don't know why. But I'll 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 see like if I'll change it and I'll do it with a different validation. In a record, you cannot change the layover. No, this is going to work basically, which employee I have chosen. It's a John, but this is new for me. Like for changing the employee, I redirect an Excel sheet instead of here. See the problem? Now the problem is there is for this employee, there is some pending legal name change. I initiated one legal name change, right? See, this is initiated by me. I need to cancel this. What I'll do is I'll just come on cancel. Once again, my dad is going 1 second. Thank you. Now, this has been cancelled. Now, I'm relaunching integration one more time. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Basically, it's working. I'm now launching in this mode. Before I launch, let me just open this employee. Ganesh, this Excel file is only for this employee. It's taking employee ID, right? For any other new, it would be the existing one, right? Sorry, I did not understand. The Excel sheet which you write. You can add multiple employees here, right? No. I'm asking about the employee ID. You change that first field, right? Instead of these other options. That depends on the template. Basically, that is something you will learn when you will work in Workday. I mean, as long as you work in Workday, you will get this kind of things. See, here there was no drop down option. Generally, in the last Excel sheet, what we observed there was drop down. We were just using from drop down. And then, according to that, we were just putting the value. Here, in this case, the person identifier, yes, academic affiliate ID, maybe that is that reference ID is stored in the candidate profile. Not sure. But here, when I checked here, then here they are saying, like here we can just set this one as well, right? See, I got idea from here. Basically, whenever you are using any inbound, you get the idea from here, from this web service page. And according to that, you will be able to change. But I'm telling like that spreadsheet is only now, it's updating only that employee, right? We cannot. At this point of time, you see, we have given just this employee only. This will update for only this employee with the employee ID. Got it. Thank you, Ganesh. No worries, that is how we update. I'm just running this in the final mode and then we'll start with the new. Any other question from anyone? Then we'll start new topic today. Ganesh, I haven't practiced this year, being born yet. This I need to practice. Once I practice, I'll come up with the questions, maybe. I went through the recordings. I heard the recordings and ninth, that class was little confusing, but 10th was more clear. I think I can do. I can practice with that recording. Shokaruna. But I'm having the same issues which Lakshmi mentioned on the day. The new tab. You're not able to open new tab. Again, it's not. I'm not able to open that one. One more is Notepad++. It's automatically. It's not opening with that one, any file. That also, as you said, copy paste. That's what I'm doing. I mean, that is something you need to get in touch with this Cloud Foundation guys. Right, Lakshmi? Ganesh, you told the duplicate one that works for me now. I'm doing like that now. And the Notepad++ one also, Karuna, he asked us to open in the. I will. I'll tell you how to. I saw in this. You will end the video. That's what I need to. I'm doing other than yes in the video I watched. And that's what I'm doing. Then that's all. Automatically it's not opening. That's another way. We started doing that. Here the name is updated. You can see, right, John Abram. All good with this one, right? Cool. Now let's go to the next part, which would be a little bit different. Now see, let's just do a high-level recap. Far we have learned a custom report, calculated fields, outbound EIBs, launching integrations, interview integration, events, encryption, decryption, XML, ISU, ISSG, then cloud connector. We learned core connect outbound EIB plus XSLT. We have completed, and then inbound EIB we have completed. Now the two thing which is pending is core connector plus DT. Core connector plus DT. Core connector plus DT means, we have one core connector. We will be having one core connector which will be generating XML file. We would need to convert that XML file into a text file or another. You can say another XML file. This is XLTXTT and then this is ETV. We will learn about that. Let's start doing that. Basically now you know XLT. XLT is used to transform the data, transform XM data into other formats. In DT, there will be two kinds of XSLT. XTT. Another is ET, means XML to text. And ETV means element transformation and validation. I will show you basic. I'll give you template. You use a template. You play around with that template. The XSLT template. Then you will be learning. You know more there. Basically here, let me open this one. Not bad. Let's do that. Let's do that. Let's do that. Let's do that. I have the templates ready. This is the XTT template. And then this is the ETV template. Mainly, we have to learn the configurations in Workday. And then we are going to learn this, XLT coding. And then you can proceed. And anyways, you can just explore more on Google and YouTube on XTT and ETV. But basics we are going to discuss here. Just a moment. Let me start. First, this template I have created on core connector position. I'm going to create a one core connector position integration. This time I'm going to use Karuna's name in creating a core connector position integration. And then I'll do the transformation. Just have a look, guys. Basically, to create core connector integration, what we need to do is, first of all, we need to create integration system. Create integration system. Here I'm creating in Corona core connector position outbound. Here I'm going to use core connector position. Core connector position, click on. Then you know how to create core connector position, right? Basically, here I'm just picking position data. Or position data is automatically. I'm putting everything. Then I'll select. And then I'll select in the field attributes. I have created the integration. Now integration is created. Now here I need to select the attributes field, attributes. No attributes required, only direct country configure integration field attributes. Here I need to use position ID, support, availability date, and worker type. Position ID is selected, supervisory organization, availability date. I'm just using for field and then worker type. These are the 4 fields I'm using. At this point of time, then click on. I have selected other services. I'm not choosing any field. If I'm not choosing any field from these services, basically no field will come from these services. Now integration is created. Basically, let me open that integration. It says Karuna. Come on. This is the integration. Let me launch this integration for a couple of positions. Don't launch for every position. If you launch for all the positions, an integration will run, and then you can see that your file will not be able to open on your notepad. Basically, integration system. Let's launch this integration. Maybe I have couple of position IDs. Let me check. I'll just run for that one position. Where is position? This is the position 6 position I am having. Let me copy all this position. See, I am copying from here. It doesn't mean you copied from here from somewhere else as well. But I'm just, generating data for a couple of positions. I have this position handy. That's why I'm using. But if you need, you explore in Workday multiple positions and you just try to get data for those positions. I mean, you will explore Workday as well in that case. Basically, I'm selecting full extract and I'm hard coding some position. This is a position ID. Then meanwhile that comes. I'm selecting another position ID. Oh, this is painful. Then I'll use 4 only. Second, very long time. One more. 2, 3. Like you now click. Think our local system may play this for looking for figure chain. Completed. Now this is the default output file. You know the shortcut to change the format, right? Or if you don't know, you can note it down. It's Ctrl Shift Alt B. Ctrl Shift Alt B. Then this will be changed in the respective XML format. Basically, now we have format. We can see the data is for every hiring freeze. That's fine. Position its supervisory organization, hiring freeze, availability date, and worker type. There are 5 fields. I have selected for 4 positions. This is the XML data I have generated. Now I need to change this XML data into some other format. Basically, what we are going to do is we are going to write this XSLT before I start going in the code. Let's just finish the configuration part. Now we have created integration. We have output in XML format. Now we need to change. For the time being, you assume you already have one XLT retained for that XML data transformation. Now you need to attach. For time being, you just understand this file. You already have this file. Now how to configure in Workday and how to generate data in another format. Basically, what we are going to do is in Workday. I'll go to Workday now. What we need to do. See, we have already created 4 connector position. Now again we need to go to create integration system. We need to create one DIT because let's see how can we create one DT. I'm just going create integration system here. I will give the same name which I have given here just to understand. Here in the last I would just mention D that we can identify. This is DT. In the template you need to select document transformation. There is one template, document transformation. Click. When you will click this, when you will create this, then you will get an error that either will say, there is one mandatory attachment service which is not configured yet. You need to configure that. I already have one. What I'll do is, I'll configure that as attachment to configure. I'll just go to the related action. Then there is one configure integration attachment service here. Create integration attachment service. I'm going to select here this one state and click. Now your attachment is configured. Click now. Now if you see, now you have CC integration, core connector position integration, and then you have CC position DIT. Your XML output is here and you need to transform via this DIT right. Right now these two integration are not linked. These two integration are not linked. This is a separate one. This is a separate one. The next step, what we will do is we are going to link these integrations. How exactly we are going to do that? Let's say you go to the original CC position integration. Then here for this integration, you create one business process. To create a business process, you need to go to the integration system related action, and in this related action, go to business process, create copy or link definition. When you will click on create copy or link definition here and click, one BP will be created for this integration. BP is created here. What you need to do is you just add one step C. I'll write step-by-step execution instruction as well. Don't worry about that here. I have added one more step here. I'm just using integration. Click on integrate. The type will be integration. Click now. The step is added. Now we need to configure. When we need to configure, click on this button. When you will click on this button, it will ask for the integration name, now the DD which you have created. You just mention that the integration name. Click on click, click, click. Now both the integration are linked. You created BP in CC position integration and there you have added this DT integration. Now, one more thing we will do is, as we are generating the text file, we will configure the sequence generator in Teak. Just go to the sequence generator. Here the sequence increment by 1. Here I'm saying worker data type. Let's say sequence.text. This is fine. Click. Now attach a document. It attached. Yes, this is configured. Then what we will do is we'll launch the integration now and let's see what is happening meanwhile in this integration run. I'll show you right down the steps. We need to go to the main integration, the CC position one, then just launch this integration. Actually, I'll relaunch the integration I have already configured for position traits. I'm going to relaunch integration that I don't need to configure those 4 positions again. You just launch integration, you don't relaunch integration. Just do that level of effort, adding same thing again and again. That will give you a good practice. I'm just relaunching relaunch. Now the integration has been relaunched. Come on, today is Monday. Monday, at least on Monday, tenant should be enthusiastic. Monday also 10 in this bit slow. Anyways, this integration is running meanwhile. I'm just noting down the steps. For the steps, first one is create CC integration. Second step is create integration. You understood how to create core connector integration and how to create deep integration right. Then in CC integration, create business process. Add one more step, select type as integration, integration, integration. Then configure integration. In configure integration, basically click on configure integration, integration, integration and add the integration. Now this is configured. Now configure sequence generator to get your file name, indeed to get your file name. Then launch integration, which I have done. Now if you get any error, then you need to understand. Let's see if I am getting any error or not. This is successfully completed. Now if you see in the subsequent process, this is the main integration run. And there another integration has been created, seated integration. Now if you see the output file, see worker data xdt underscore 1.txt has been generated. Now if I open this file and let me open a notepad, see the file has been generated. Earlier the data was in this format. Now the file is in this format. Any questions? Far Shalini, you did not understand or you did? You did not follow any step. Stepwise is Ganesh, but only thing is the coding. That's fine. After practicing, only we can come up with questions. You guys did other than that, it's here. You guys did well in all the sessions, but now when I'm explaining a tricky part, then you are saying like everything is good, but this is something is a problem, right? But this is not a problem, to be honest. It's not a problem. Probably we need to practice on it. Then yes, now just to understand what all we need to declare in the text slug file, right? Like how to use that text. That is something. That is something you will understand when you will practice at a high level. I'm just giving you the basic understanding and then you can practice. How to download the template. Sorry, the XLT from integration. You understood right again. You need to just go to create integration service attachment or edit integration service attachment. From there, you can download. For example, you can go to edit integration service attachment. You can mention my name, whatever XSLT file you have attached. You will see 3 files. You can download any one DT you click on. When you will click on, then you just go come on. When you will click on, then you just click on this. The file will be downloaded on your device. You practice this. Now let's go to the in the coding level. What is that template? Before I start this, if you have anything in your mind, just go on. If not, then I'll just start this thing. Can you go to that notepad, Ganesh? I'm still writing. This is notepad. Oh, you are saying, yep, done, right. Now let's understand this one. Basically, there's one template which will be same. Let me see if there's template. I have already created that notes. I'm just removing everything and in a new file just pasting this you. You just understand like this is a template. This is the template for all the DTXT integrations. This is the raw template. You can say like whenever you will create any DT or CC positions or let's say any code connector worker where a text file is required, whether it's a fixed text file or a normal text file, then you need to use this in this template. You can save this template. Basically, the first line you already understood. Like that is a version and encoding. You will get more details in the risks come. Then you declare the style sheet. And in the style sheet, you basically configure the namespace, XL namespace, and this ASL namespace is referring to XSLT library. This is a library. Then if you see why you have given one another namespace, then another namespace, piece. Piece is declared by earned Workday core connector position. This is something dynamic for each and every core connector integration. Dynamic, as in how exactly this is going to happen, is basically you open the XML. For example, here in this case, this is the XML I generated. This is XML is generated from this one core connector position. Here, if you see there is XML namespace piece, this is already there, right? You just need to copy this in XSLT. This will be dynamic for each and every template for core connector position. This is fine. But if you are using, let's say, core connector worker, this is going to change. If you are trying with core connector organization, this is going to change. This will be dynamic. Now where is the raw data? This one. This is something is going to change now as we are doing XT transformation. We will call XT namespace. That we can refer to XT functions, and to that we are going to call this one. This is the fixed one. You can just copy and save this. Copy and save this template. This will be fixed. And then version 2.2. Here, in this one only thing, dynamic will be this one, which is based on the core connector template you are using to create integration. Then this is the main class. This is the main class you can execution. In which I am calling apply template. This apply templates will call this template. This apply template is going to call this template, and then we are going to do the execution. How we will do is, let me open this XD file. Basically, for any coding, I'm not sure whether you have worked in any coding or not. Might be some of you have worked on and some of you have not. Basically, for any coding language, what happens is, initially you call the libraries. There are certain steps we do. First you do call the libraries. Then what you do? Declare variables. Declare variables or initiators. Anything depends on the coding language. Then you create a main class. And then you create subclasses or function subclasses, functions. And then what you do, call subclasses functions in your main class. This is generally we do in each and every coding language. Okay. I have seen C, C++, Java, Python, and then the PeopleSoft, and then invoke DX like everywhere. Almost think there's just a syntax you need to learn. The logic will be same in each and every language. Basically with these are the steps we generally do in the coding. Here also see. Now this is the actual file. In this actual file, we have declared the basic stuff. That is good. Now this is the main class. This template matches the main class where we are navigating to the root node. This slash means you are navigating to the top of the XML. Basically, you are here in the position, you are in the top of the XML. You have not declared anything. It's just a root node. Slash means root node. Now here in the XKit, in the root node, I have declared one separator as this one. Declared one separator as this one. This is the separator. And then applying template. When I'll do the apply template, what it will do is, first of all, see. First of all, you need to understand execution is happening line by line. If this is a main class, then the execution will start from here. The first line will be executed. This is just the attribute name. We have declared the attribute name. Whatever file will be created, there will be some separators. Basically, this is the something you have declared, and then you are calling the apply template. This apply template is going to call this template. When this template will be called, it means whatever code is written inside this template, this will be executed. The first line is executed, this one. Second line executing this one. When this executed execution comes to this template, and then execution, this execution is happening. This template is saying in positions. This is position is a root node. there are multiple positions. Just loop each and every positions. There are two kind of ways we can loop in XSLT. One is for loop, the another is template by using template. Here what it is saying, like in positions there are multiple positions. Refer each and every position and do this thing. Do this thing as in position, just declare one tag position and then in that position basically write some validation. We will come to this validations and then print this data. Whatever code is written here, this will be executed and then this execution will be completed. Then the code will come to this execution. The footer part in footer. Basically, if you see there is xtick : start tag, this is the ext function. This start tag is the xset tookset function. What is generally used to do is basically defining the label of the footer. If I show you the file, see, this is the label, right? This label we are configuring here as an attribute for footer. This is the attribute name, but this is the xset function which is coming as an attribute for footer. And we are setting the attribute value as total records processed equal to. And then inside we have count and we have simply selected one field from the position count. If you see the XML, there is one in inside position. Inside header, there is one field position count. This count is giving total number of positions printed in this file, total number of positions which has appeared in this file. Basically, we already have the count ready. We simply use that field and here to get the count. Here, if you see the output file, you will see total record process is equal to 4. Then this is process. This main file, main class is executed. Now let's understand what is this one. Basically, here you can write some validations as well. If any validation is not getting satisfied, you can generate warning as well. You can generate warning errors, something like that. You can generate all those things. Basically, here there is some validations mentioned. Here, for example, let's say there is one position for which organized availability date is not updated, and you have mentioned that availability date is required. In that case, what will happen? If that field is just empty, then it will generate some warning messages. Here, what we have done is in position, we have enabled, like severity is warning. If any of the validation doesn't get satisfied, then just generate the warning. Now we are trying to print position. To print position, basically this is this tag. The first line is to print position in the output file. You have to print position in the output file. To print position, this one is you are across. This is something to get the value from XML and we are printing. There is one open tag position and there is closing tag position in. In between this open and closing position tag, we have faced the value of position at. This is just XPath. Now here what is fixed? Length is equal to 10. This fixed length is equal to 10. That means we are generating a fixed length file. That means even though the position it is greater than 10 characters, it is going to print only 10 characters. It is going to print only 10 characters. Here, if you see, here this is only 7 characters, 3 character. It has kept open. That is what we call padding. Basically, the fixed length means it will allocate 10 characters for position ed. Now, if any position is greater than 10 character position ed, it will truncate. If the position it is less than 10 character, it will simply add spaces. Yep, it will add spaces. Now coming to the second one. For second one, organization, I have not given any fixed length restriction. Simply, I have printed the organization. Here, if you go for organization, whatever number of characters are coming, that is getting printed. You can play around this as well. You just add fixed length for this organization as well. Add fixed length. The same function you can add for here. See what output you are getting. You will see organization is getting printed in only 10 characters. Then also give x colon required is equal to true, and then see what is happening there. Here in the date format, basically what we have done is we need a date to be printed in 10 characters only, but the date format should be this format. If you see the file, basically here, if you see the date format is year, then month, and then date. This is what is written in here as well, year, month, and date. Basically to change the format. This is how you use to change the format in Excel. And then again, this is same like to get data in the XML file, from the XML file to output file. And then here, if you see, fixed length is 2 characters. And then we are just keep getting the worker type. In the last, if you will see the fixed length employee or contingent worker, these are the 2 characters coming for the worker type. This is how we generally use to write the XLT. Then you know how to attach and how to practice. You know write the configurations and all. What you can do today is at a high level. See, I am giving you this template. You play around with this template. Today you create core connector integration. I would say you create position integration, or maybe you create worker integration, whatever you feel. You create any one core connector integration, maybe organization, any template, and then you create this accessory. Definitely, you have to change this template based on the template you are going to choose. This is for core connector position. When you will create for organization, definitely this would change, and all these things will change. When you will create for a worker, then all of this thing will change. But I would say you create one core connector integration. You practice using this template. You change couple of things, try to launch. Then you say this for this one, for XT to, for extend at V, you will not be able to use a notepad++. See, actually you can use, but you won't get proper data. For example, let me show you. This is the output file, right? Here, if I go XML and XL transformation, now I'm just choosing the XL file. This is the XL transform. See, when I transform, this is how. This is how you will get the data in XML. Basically, you want to be able to understand the conversion. This conversion is happening in Workday here. You will have to use Workday integrations anyways to taste this. Basically, your today's task. I'm not just proceeding further now. Basically, this is how you are going to. You have the steps. I have mentioned every steps created in the here. Let me write one more thing here. Create a configure integration service attachment. Add accessibility. There you are going to add XSLT. Now you just need to follow the steps. You just practice, and tomorrow when you will join, let me know whatever it shows you face. We are going to address that. Any question, Shofar, you want to ask right now? Please do like, share and subscribe to our channel. For more information, contact us sales@uptalk.com.